39, Hidayah, taking a guide. I do not want it. I refuse to take a guide. Thus, the online Oxford Studies in Islam says Hidayah means, quote, God-given guidance to guard humans against their natural tendency to follow their own whims and to go astray. This guidance is believed to have been primarily provided in the form of the Quran. End of quote. It is, of course, a human wrote this, and while it may be late in the day to acknowledge that I do not believe in any God, even if most of my life I have believed in books. Books, many books, never one, but the shape of my favorite plural, n-1. I is many others. Adonis said the other night that other is a plural. Maybe I am too cautious, but I feel the need to add that marker, a final S, to multiply the word, the world. Just as our birth is a song and not a prayer. To not believe comes natural to the one who writes. The believer folds his hands in prayer. The writer cannot do this if he or she wants to write. The only guide, the ink, remains in the pen, will continue to the trace already made wherever it will guide you to. Last year's campfire, maybe an atlal as end and beginning, it always takes the end and the beginning to guide you in between, the only place we have, the barzakh for those who don't believe in any either or. How are we doing there? I'll read one more, close, one that's not in the... Yeah, let me try to read this one. I rarely read it because it's a bit tough to read. This is 36 Raft, non-acceptance, and that Arab word is spelled in transliteration R-A-F-D, Ravd. It is a rough day of no acceptance. The mica lost its glitter. The bowl doesn't accept the piston makes it sing. Too bad, Tibet, fraught with ends that do not meet. The desert will not accept the imposition, will not let you sit on it. You have to move, accept it or not. 2. The turn down was polite but very firm. His proposals were met with rejection. And yet non-acceptance can be found. Click here to start your free trial. Failure to honor a negotiable instrument, such as a bill of exchange, when failure of drawee to accept a duly presented and valid bill of exchange, such as a site draft. The drawer then has the legal right to start a court action called protest. And why is Russellville so unaccepting of people from other states? I'm from Illinois, and people are fine until they say, you're not from here. 3. The user's non-acceptance paradigm. Infosec's dirty little secret. Words that rhyme with non-acceptance. Distance. Futile. I don't accept that last word. But where am I at when it comes to acceptance of non-acceptance? It's not always easy to stand in the midst of a group of people we have known and are attached to and be different. Defensiveness is not usually manifested as defensiveness, etc. An authority, position, belief system, anger and sarcasm, resentment. I do not accept non-acceptance. I do accept acceptance. His non-acceptance speech was a winner, the paper said. 4. Turning to the 8 limbs of yoga, we find that the first one, yama, names abstention. It, yama, has 5 abstentions, and aparigraha is the last of all. Aparigraha is not to accept donations, alms, bribes or kickbacks. Criminals forcibly collect donations. Terrorists raise political or religious issues and collect money. But this free profile of non-acceptance can be kept up to date and gradually improved only with your support, especially in the form of donations. 5. Any amount, alternative meanings, domains in parentheses. Mancata accettazione or non-acceptance was more common among patients with a low level of education or who reported non-specific symptoms. Verweigerung, nicht Annahme, Absage. Kufr, the non-acceptance of Islam, i.e. disbelief. Raft, rope a fat dinger. Rafting is the art of throwing a fat shoe in, and paddles are cans. It is a way of talking about dipping in front of the people who frown upon chewing, like a lot of girls. Brady, dude, let's go rafting. Jerry, I wish I could, but I don't have any paddles. Brady, dude, don't worry, I just got a new one. Raft, refused, are fucking dead. No action torrents found for riffraff. 6. Compare Abdul-Jabbar's chronology of heretical innovations. Karjiism come first, then Irja, then free will, then Raft. The repudiation of the legitimacy of the caliphate of the first 3 caliphs, Abu Bakr, Umar and Uthman. Though Raft seems to have emerged in the 1680s, there is today an Al-Raft charitable society, delivers gift packages to orphans and other needy children in Baghdad. Thanks. Thank you, Roger.